So in 2020, I had a dream. And in that dream, to make long story short, I was sitting next to a pastor. And this pastor was, it signified that I was speaking to the angel of the Lord. And it was almost like I was at a church. And in the church, I was at a funeral. Now, to know me in real life, is to know that I'm very awkward at funerals. Very, very awkward. And I don't like going to them because I'm very awkward. I don't know how to really translate people's feelings and emotions, even though I know people's feelings and emotions is valid. It's just that I'm very awkward and I will laugh. So it's not good that I go. But I was at this funeral in the dream, and I saw a plethora. It was like a huge church, and everyone, all of the corpse that I saw were pastors. There were only leaders, no one else, just pastors and leaders. And I remember looking to the guy next to me who was, I could tell was a pastor, but again, I knew it was, after I got out of dream, I realized that it was the angel of the Lord. And I said, wait, what's going on? Why are all these pastors dying? Why are all these leaders dying? No, this can't happen. And I remember the guy next to me said, no, it has to happen. And I said, no. What is the church going to do? What is the people going to do? These people they're needed in the church. And I'm over here fighting, saying like, they're needed in the church. There's no way. I mean, it was thousands of pastors. And I remember the guy looked at me again and he said, it must come to pass. It must happen. If I don't move them out of the way, the new era or the new breed of people who I have marked to move the church forward will not be able to move forward. And I kept saying to the guy, well, what does this mean? Like, what does this mean? And he looked at me and he said, it's time. I remember I said 2022, I surrendered my life to the Lord. This was 2020. I got this dream and I fought with this dream, because in this dream, God was showing me how there were going to be so much pastors to leave, so much pastors to die, so much leaders to die. And he basically said he had to do it. He had to do it. And there was a heap of people, a remnant of people that God has marked, that he needed them to push the church forward and to what the earth was about to go through. And in this dream, he talked about the pains and the groins the church was about to go through. And he had marked specific leaders. He had marked specific people, because he said, I've tried them. I've tested them. As a matter of fact, I've trained them in their personal life to be able to move the church forward so that the gospel goes into all the realms of the earth. Guys, I was so shook, because I didn't want to be one of them. In it was like God showed me a corporate, and then towards the end, it was the indication and the signs like, your time is up. You got to do what I asked you to do. Your time is completely up. It saddens me because it also showed me the state of the church. Now, this was 2020. It was the state of leaders. It was and I mean, they was dying. This was January of 2020. That same January of 2020, I also had a dream about another leader. So I say all of this to say is, wherever you are, if God has directed you to do something, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels like, hey, it's not your time, but it is your time, but you pushing against it, you fighting against it, I would say to go back to God and just ask him for reassurance. But not only that, ask him for peace in the situation. Not only that, ask him to help you to have the faith to hold the capacity of the assignment he has given you. Until the next one.